Hey y'all, so today I wanted to bring to you what I talked about on this page, the introduction I had, right? How I want to bring art and therapy, how I want to bring art and healing, and how I like to combine the two. So today I had a dissociative episode. I don't think I've spoken too much about it on this page of how I experience dissociation symptoms, like on a very extreme level. Like I have dissociative fugue episodes, I have psychogenic seizures, I also have like dissociative amnesia, part of having psychogenic seizures going into catatonic states. And one thing that has helped me a lot, especially after the pandemic when I didn't have access to things like, therapy or just access to community, I would use art as a way to kind of calm my body down. Something I've been practicing since like 2018, like actively since I was 4. I've been practicing, right? So today I had an episode, and it was a really bad episode, and I just like I couldn't go to bed. I've been trying to go to bed for like an hour and a half, and my therapist talked to me, and I was telling her how like my mind was racing, and I kept having flashbacks. I kept having all these racing thoughts, and then I started worrying. I started worrying about, oh, like I was supposed to do these 2 drawings, then I had this episode, and I ended up in the hospital, and then this and that, and like, oh my god, I was supposed to do this drawing, and I was supposed to finish that drawing, and just uploading this, and then I was telling her how like I just feel like I wasted today, and she shared something with me, which this is a reminder to you. She was like, well, give yourself permission to relax, and I said, oh, it helps when my therapist, an outside person, says, I give you permission to relax. So I'm here to tell you, you have permission to relax. You don't even have to have had a horrible day. You had a good day, still relax. And if you are struggling to sleep, or you're struggling to calm yourself down, if you are in the part of the world where it's not nighttime, I just wanted to share this little thing I like to do, which I'll just talk to you about what I'm drawing and how I use art, how I use drawing as a way to calm my nervous system down and to kind of like let go of the anxiety thoughts so I can go to sleep, so I can wake up tomorrow and be refreshed. But yeah, I'll just bring you along on my little drawing journey. Okay, so the colors that my first step is I choose colors, right? Usually I do like an instinctive, like just have a bunch of colors out. I'll be like, oh, let's say I just randomly put these colors out, right? I'm like, or let's say I have all my colored pencils. I'll be like, oh, I want this red. What am I feeling? I'm feeling this blue. I'll just very instinctively do that, right? But today I'm trying to create, kind of like do like, the visual meditations or like guided meditations that are happening, that you can like find. I'm trying to do that. So what I'm gonna do is because I had an episode today and I was reminded of my sexual trauma, I'm trying to feel safe in my body. So I'm gonna choose colors that make me feel safe. So let's see, that would be this color, for example. This color, that would also be like a deep blue, purple, and again, these are not think of colors that you associate with warmth and safety, not what other people tell you or what is generally considered that, right? So I'm thinking of like, I want a warm, safe hug, so red would be included, and maybe even this red, like a hot pink, and also I think some maybe like lighter color, like see this color, the pink, and some yellow and green. Yeah, I think I got a good combo. So the goal of this is not to worry about, oh, am I creating something beautiful? The goal of this is just to satisfy my own, basically it's to satisfy my own sense of calm, right? So what I'm gonna do is I will say set up colors that I think would look good together, or not necessarily look good together, but the colors that I am drawn to. So I think this color, this color, this color, this color, this color, I really like this. This one I'm not that drawn to, so take it out. And then this, and you don't have to have this many colors. Honestly, I sometimes just don't know how to choose which colors I want, if I'm being completely honest. Right, So I'm trying to create like warm, safe hug, or I guess what I like to do is I like to use visual aids a lot. So for example, I might do I'm just gonna start, so like I generally just kind of go with the flow. I just like take the pencil, put it to paper, whatever my first instinct is. Do I want to draw a curved line? Draw a curved line. Do I want to draw jagged lines? Draw jagged lines. Do whatever you know, that you want to. So let's say this represents the flashbacks and the pain I had while I was having the flashbacks. This represents the level of pain and, you know, just like despair I had when I had the episode. And like, again, not the prettiest color, but episodes aren't pretty. Dissociative fugue episodes or psychogenic seizures are not pretty. So, you know, this is kind of like to describe, or not describe, this is for my own viewing, for me to feel like, oh, this makes me feel seen. This makes my pain feel seen. Like, it looks kind of jagged, it looks a bit like messy. And so I'll start off with something like this, right? And like, this represents my pain, my sorrow, what have you. So sometimes I really like to focus on just finishing this. I'm just trying to get myself to go to bed, so I don't really care if this looks perfect the way I want it to. I will just do it as long as I want to, or I shouldn't say as long as I want to. I'll like maybe set a timer, like maybe for 15 minutes I'm going to be doing this. And then I will go to bed when the 15 minutes are up. So I drew this thing, right? This represents the pain I have, or not have, rather the pain that like I felt. I chose red just because red reminds me of fire, and the pain can feel like it is burning sometimes. And I chose the blue, the dark blue. I think dark blue can be both a comforting and sad color, and in this case I just felt like I wanted it to represent sadness, so I went with that color. And then now I'm going to be choosing colors that represent warmth and safety to me. So for me, that would be something that reminds me of being safe are like bright colors, because I think of the sun. So I think of the sun, and I will probably do something like also try to create a sense of calm. And for me, that would be this lavender color. And so this represents the pain, right? And so now what I'm gonna do is, again, this is just how I go about this. You can go about this in whatever you want to. Well, actually, you know, I'm a little bit more drawn to this blue. So I'm really big into water. Like, I think bodies of water are very calming. So that's why you might see a lot of lines like this. Like if you ever watch a river, I love sitting by a river and just watching the river or the creek flow by, watching the waves. So I'm kind of like creating that kind of effect, like, oh, like we are releasing this pain, this trauma into the waves, and the waves are washing away my pain. They're washing away my pain. The pain is no longer there. The anxiety of what if another episode happens? What if I don't sell enough artwork? What if I don't do this? What if I'm not good enough? That's all washing away. And I like asymmetrical lines a lot. So I'm doing this. This is represent, let's say, a body of water. When I see these types of lines, I think of water a lot, especially when the color is blue. And like I said, bodies of water are very calming to me. And when I think of safety, I think of feeling calm and also just like feeling warm. And calmness to me kind of represents feeling at peace. And that's how I feel when I look at bodies of water, and also this color. And this, this would be like something, this represents like feeling safe. Like this would represent me as I'm about to go to bed. I feel very safe, very happy. Like I'm comforted by the sun. I personally love being in the sun. I feel like when I am sunbathing, I feel like anything is possible. Like I can do anything. Like all my worries are gone. So that's why I use the metaphor of the sun. I find the sun, like being in the sun, feeling the sunshine, to be one of the most joyful things ever. I love watching bodies of water, whether it be a creek, a lake, a river, and I could spend hours just observing it. And same thing goes for fire. I love watching fire, the way fire dances and the way fire just moves in the different colors. So you will probably see a lot of symbolism of those three elements a lot. Yeah, and that's also like a part of my culture. Those three elements are really important to us. So yeah, this is supposed to represent like something happy. And then I just feel like the yellow is kind of self-explanatory. It's a very bright color. I also talked about the sun. The sun is yellow. So yeah, I just really like the way the yellow and the orange looks. And for me, something that just makes me so happy is finding colors. Something that just, let's say, tickles my brain is finding colors that I think look really good together, like this orange and this, like what says mulberry, but I think this is more of like a pinky purple, which I guess is mulberry. But this color and this color, it makes my brain so happy. So I'm just going to include that. Sometimes it's just, honestly, my art is very pretty much like intuitive. Like I feel like it's a lot of like, oh, I'm in touch with my emotions, unless I am actually sitting down. When I do art like this though, to calm my brain, calm my nervous system, to relax, I don't like to overthink it, because I'm just doing it for the fun of it. I like seeing colors together, seeing colors that look good together. In my mind, it just gives me a level of serotonin boost that I don't know how to explain. But yeah, I'm choosing this color. Oh, I guess it is a mulberry color. Oops. But yeah, I'm choosing this mulberry color to kind of to basically give an idea of like safety, because this color just reminds me of feeling safe and warm, probably because it's like it has quite a bit of warmth to it, like in terms of, whether it's a cool color or warm color, but and it's a deep color. It's something that I called these colors. It's not the most technical language, but I will call it deep, vibrant color. So yeah, when I look at this, it makes me feel like, oh, like safe and warm, like I'm a sun. Already I feel so much calmer. Like I transformed, like I took my pain, I drew out my pain, the shapes and colors that I felt like represented it, and then I had that and I felt seen, like for myself. And then I took my pain and I drew it into a water, and I'm letting that pain, the PTSD symptoms, the worries I have, I'm letting them all drift away in this water, in this wave of this river, this imaginary river that I have in my head. And same here. And then this sun the joyful sunny feeling is wrapped in a cocoon of peace and feeling safe and comforted, safe and warm. And I'm just surrounding the sun with this mulberry color with these wavy lines, like I'm trying to create a cocoon of safety around the sun because I'm trying to hold on to that, right? And I like this lavender color. I'm using this lavender color to make waves, to create a cocoon around the sun, create a cocoon of feeling warm and safe, trying to protect that feeling of that I get when I'm around the sun. And I really like this lavender color because it reminds me of safety and warm. I feel like it's a calming color, but it also is a joyful color, and that is the mood and the sentiment that I want to feel. So I am doing that. And then I'm taking this green color because this green color reminds me of joy. It reminds me of the leaves of nature. And when I think of nature, I feel very calm. I feel like everything is going to be okay. One thing I love to do is just look at the leaves and observe the different colors and textures. So this color reminds me of that, and I'm in my head creating this safe space with the lavender and the green, which reminds me of leaves and nature and joy. And another thing I like to do is use a lot of lines and different types of shapes to basically express myself or to imagine letting go of the pain or to express my pain, to express my joy. And I really like wavy lines, as you can see in my artwork, because to me it represents letting go of something. And I'm doing the same thing with this purple color. Purple is a really joyful color to me. I'm creating waves because it's supposed to represent water, and I wanted to create a blue purple color because it reminds me of this one specific sky color that I like that reminds me of just being at peace with myself. And I wanted to, draw the blue lines, draw the water as if the water is coming down to the page, and continuing the green joy. So I make the green color go down and also the blue and purple. And so this basically kind of in my mind represents the pain that I felt from the top draining out into joy and a sense of calm. And I'm using this mulberry color because it represents like the transition of the pain that I was feeling into joy, because it to me looks like, in this instance, it looks like a joyful color. So I'm surrounding the lavender with the cocoon of joy and kind of like securing that joy in my head. And yeah, here is the final drawing that I did. Again, I didn't focus on whether it was good or not. Happy sleeping.